So you won't forget so you won't forget the information that I'll be passing out tonight, okay? And not just for yourself. I think I'll really appreciate if one of you, if you really do that, because for myself too, I think I'll need the note as well, because everything I'm gonna say tonight, I know I'll be forgetting as soon as we finish talking, because I'm saying them from the heart, not really from a paper or book or something. So I'm sorry, that's my bad anyway. But I will need you to jot. So maybe I can borrow the notes from any one of you eventually after the class, right? At least do that for me now, right? All right, you're welcome. You're welcome. I hope your days have been good, right? The truth is the week has been somehow, that I mean talking about the market. So it's not your fault. Okay. We're gonna be talking about that too, like briefly. So you're welcome. We'll be starting right away. Now, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Ismail Abdulmadu. Of course, I'm being called the mentor Ismail. That's actually the mentor Ismail, yeah. And for those who know me, I still remain the same, the mentor Ismail. I have not changed, okay? As in, my name is still the same. So we're gonna be traveling tonight. We're gonna be cruising on a very nice altitude, like maybe 35,000 feet above the ground, the sea level. Yeah, and hopefully I'll take care of you in this flight. Tighten your seatbelts. Don't worry, my cabin crew will be coming to you to ask for those things you probably need to enjoy this smooth flight. Okay, make sure you enjoy the flight. And take precaution of all the safety, rules and all that. And hopefully I'll land you well, okay? So I'll be your captain for tonight. Hmm? All right, guys. So like I always say, I'll need your attention, okay? And I want 100% of it. And I promise to return it back with a lot of interest. Well, I don't do interest anyway, but I'm going to be returning it back with a lot of, values, okay? Hopefully at the end of the program, okay? Yeah. Yeah, thank God. You even came 4 minutes late today. Don't worry, you are getting there. Because you can understand. Your job is demanding. Yeah, I understand. It's okay, you're welcome. All right, guys. So quickly, I think we should bounce straight to the topic of tonight because of time and also for us to be able to really be productive. Yeah, so won't drag it too long. Now we are here tonight to discuss something. So going back to the topic, remember the topic says, um, like what I want to talk about tonight is cultivating a successful trader. Now, so this is two in one package, okay? I'm going to be talking about that's how to cultivate a successful trader's mindset, an achiever's mindset, but all of this will be done using the paradigm that supports your own dreams and aspirations. And I'll quickly let me pieces this topic and let you know why we're taking this tonight. Now, you see, of course, anything you want to do in life is about mindset. Without the mindset, I think you will getting things, you may be getting things wrong. It's like a lens with which you see things. It's like what helps you to seeing things. Just like when you're driving, you have your headlights. Without a headlight in the night, you may not even know where you're going. So now that is why mindset is very important in everything you do because two things I can be standing in front of you right now and I'll be bringing my finger, index finger, I can be pointing it to everyone and everyone will have different meanings to it. I remember there was one event I went in, I think it was in Thailand, in Bangkok. That was 2013. So there's this guy who came to teach. He's a coach, very good coach, leadership and team building camp, LTBCR. So he was teaching us. So he has this symbol he uses. He's a rock and roll guy. He's all this West, West. What do you call them now? The rednecks from the United States. So the rednecks, the West from the West part. So they do a lot of country music, rock and roll, and stuff like that. So at the end of every program, so he uses hands like there's the way rock and roll symbol whereby you put your fingers, two middle fingers down, the index and the last one up. So he gives that sign every now and then, rock and roll. And some people who are rock and roll fans, they enjoy it. They like rock and roll. So people from Nigeria and some part of Ghana, we are very religious people. So they already took meaning to that. They're like, oh, this is 666. So they're like, that's the mark of the beast. So now to that guy, the guy didn't see it that way because it's rock and roll. It's been symbol for a very long time for rock and roll too. And they too, you won't blame them. They're coming from Africa for God's sake. And you know how religious we are. So every little thing would, translate it to that. So you see the lens with which the Africans, especially the West, from Nigeria, Ghana, the way they were seeing that symbol is different from the way they, from the developed countries, were seeing that. Now, the guy is making the same symbol, but different people are seeing it differently. Now, it's not a bad thing to see of course, that's what makes life so interesting. People have to see things in different ways, differences. That difference is what actually brings us together, right? But it will be so. In other words, it's not a bad thing to see things differently, but it's a bad thing if the way you see things is actually your obstacle to growth, your own obstacle to your personal growth and development, obstacle to your dreams and aspirations. You know why it's bad? I will tell you. Let me give you a scenario. But before I go on, please, I just want to be sure I'm not alone. If you're with me, can I see a one in the chat box? I just want to be sure, since I can't see you, and I need to be sure I'm not alone. Remember, I'm flying you guys, so you have to respect me as a captain. The safety is in my hand now, right? Because if you're not responding, I'll just give you some little turbulence. And the only way to know a Nigerian, if a Nigerian is on the plane, is when there's turbulence. The only people that shout, Jesus, Jesus, is Nigeria. Jesus. So that's how I know Nigerians when I'm on the plane. So, yeah, you're with me. 9 out of 22? No, I won't take that. If you're with me, can I see a one in the chat box, please? Yeah, keep it coming. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Yeah, thank you. Now that's so that boosts my confidence to go ahead, isn't it? Now, as I was saying, now I want to talk about this. I want to link the way we see things into what we call paradigm. Paradigm. Many of us must have heard about the word paradigm. Paradigm. What is paradigm? Actually, it's a beautiful word, but it's a word that can change one's life the moment you understand and how to use that paradigm. Okay? Now, paradigm, some people, you want me to expose you here now in front of everybody. You're just sending me your own discipline plan. So you make sure you made all the profits before you send the discipline plan. You know yourself. Oh. Yeah, she's saying, please. She's begging me. Should I expose you? Okay. Except you give me 10% of your profit today. He said no. Okay, all right. Sorry, guys. So stop distracting with that your what's it called? Discipline plan. All right, guys. I was talking about paradigm. That's the PARADIGM. Now, what is a paradigm? Paradigm is actually simply, in a simple way, the way we see things, the basis of our understanding, the way we bring our own understanding. You understand? Where we pick our own reasoning. You get. Now, this paradigm is very funny. It's kind of natural, It's natural because what forms our paradigms is actually where we grew up from, the kind of training we've been exposed to, the kind of life we've been exposed to, the experiences we have in life, the kind of people we move with, the kind of people we grew up with, the kind of training and the moral and everything that we imbibe in us. I'll give you an instance. There are some places you go. Just like I was watching, so someone on Facebook today, a guy from I'll call him. Well, yeah, he's a young guy. He's not even 30 yet. So he's from Zimbabwe. So he's one of my colleagues' son. So his father is late now. So I saw him on Facebook. So he was celebrating another pastor. Okay. This man is like 80 years old. So when he was addressing him on Facebook, he was saying, congratulations, bro. Like, bro. Now, so it's an 80-year-old. So he's from Zimbabwe, he's from Africa, but he grew up in the United States. So 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 when I saw that, you see my paradigm, when I saw that congratulations, bro, my mind, I said, hey, that's a grandfather, for God's sake. Come on, change that word. Now, to him, it's nothing. And to the guy who is even being celebrated, may not see it that way. But hey, I'm from Africa. I'm from Nigeria, to be precise, where you get spanked, where you make a mistake and, you misconstrue your word when you're talking to elders, isn't it? Now, my paradigm saw that differently. You get what I'm saying now? So if you get paradigm, I want a 2 in the chat box. If you understand paradigm, put a 2 in the chat box. If you understand paradigm now, like your own basis of judgment, the way we see things And the way we see things is dependent on our experience, our upbringing. Those things will be subjected to, and all of that. If you understand, can I see it too in the chat box? Yeah, you have to keep it up fast, If you get what paradigm is, or if you get my explanation, so to speak, it's too in the chat box. Okay, all right. So I'll take this as yes, everyone understands. Now, talking about paradigm, the question now is this: since we have different paradigm, since we see things differently, since we have our basis of understanding, how can we use this to our own advantage? Let me tell you one good thing about paradigm. It's like a guy who is traveling to Tanzania. Now, this guy is leaving Nigeria to Tanzania. Now, when you say Tanzania, it doesn't make sense anyway, because if you are traveling to Tanzania and someone is saying, I'm leaving Nigeria to Tanzania, you have to be specific, right? So, meaning this guy is leaving Lagos to Dar es Salaam in Tanzania, which is the capital of Tanzania, right? Now, this guy went to, before leaving Nigeria or Lagos, he went to get a printout of Dar es Salaam map. And why does he need a map? He needed this map. I hope you're listening to my story, right? This guy needed this map. So when he gets to Dar es Salaam, he'll be able to navigate his movement towards his destination in Dar es Salaam. Now, without the map, he won't be able to do so. So he went to get the map from Ministry of Interior in Lagos. They gave him the map while he was, of course, so he's ready now to go. But what he didn't know was, while he was getting the map, the one who was printing the map, in the system, while printing the map, they made a mistake of label. Now, they made a mistake of giving him a map of Zanzibar, which is another city, another state or city or province in Tanzania. So they gave him a what? A map of Zanzibar, but on the map, it is written Dar es Salaam. So there's a mistake of labeling. So the label is Zanzibar map, Dar es Salaam, and that was a big mistake because they gave him that map. He collected the map. I think he has Dar es Salaam's map. So he traveled with that going to Tanzania. So on landing at the airport in Dar es Salaam, now he got out of the airport, he gets a taxi driver, and then he tries to tell the taxi driver he's going to a particular place. And guess what? Taxi driver is confused because the places he's mentioned, but the place he mentioned does not even exist in Dar es Salaam. So the guy was like, sorry, we don't have a place like that. He mentioned another place, same thing. He got another taxi driver. No one was able to take him anywhere. Now, you know what happened? What do you think will happen to such guy? What do you think will happen? He's in his destination, but he doesn't have the map to navigate that will take him to his, sorry, he's in his, the area where he's going, but the map that will take him to his actual destination is wrong. What do you think will happen to that guy? Who can guess? What do you think will happen to that guy? Anyone? Just want to see. Let's make this, what do you call it? Hello, let's make it interactive. Who can guess what will happen to that guy? Like, he's in the place where he's going, but he doesn't have the actual map that will take him to his destination, to actual destination. He'll be frustrated. Thank you. God bless you, King Lee. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Okay, King B. Yeah. All right. Now, he will be frustrated. He will be frustrated. He will just be there. You know why he's frustrated? Because he knows what he wants. He knows where he's going. He's actually in the country where he's supposed to be, but he's now stranded, cannot get to his destination. And he'll be wondering why. That's the worst part. He won't even know. Thank you, confused. He won't even know what's wrong with him. This guy will not know that the map, because every time he'll be looking at the map and say, but I'm right, this is Dar es Salaam map. But why am I not getting to where I'm going? This guy will be frustrated. This guy will be praying. This guy will be thinking his village people. This guy will be thinking his spiritual problem. This guy will be thinking is the government. He'll be thinking is his family member. He'll be thinking is his education system. He'll be thinking a lot of things he would never know that is in the right country, but with the wrong map, carrying the right label. That is how a lot of us are with many opportunities we've seen in the past, especially the one we are in right now. A lot of us wonder once in a while, am I in the right academy? Am I doing the right thing? How come I'm not getting it right? Most of my mentees that get, maybe after taking trades that they don't get what they're doing, they're like, most of the messages I get most times, there's something that I'm not doing right. I don't know. I don't know. Others are getting it. Why am I not getting it? Why I keep losing my trades? You know, why? Why I keep calling people they're not joining my team? Why? Why am I not taking it? It's like this is not meant for me. It's like it's for some certain people, Then they get frustrated, they get overwhelmed. That what happens? They quit. And that's it. Now, the problem is the paradigm, the map. They're in the right place, but they are working with the wrong map. It's the same. So when you are in the right place, you're working with the wrong mindset, the wrong paradigm. What happens? Things are not done well. Actualizations are very far. Dreams are not achieved. Aspirations are dimmed. A lot of things start working against such person. And in order for us to get the right thing, to get our dreams and aspiration, we have to what? We have to shift our paradigm. Somebody say shift right. And when I say, somebody type shift the paradigm. I mean, shift the paradigm. I want you to type. You see, I forgot. I thought I was on the stage. I said somebody say, shift the paradigm. I want you to type it in. Shift the paradigm. If we were all sitting together, I would have said, look at your neighbor and say, shift your paradigm. Can someone do that? Shift the paradigm. Tell someone to shift the paradigm. I mean, just type it in. Don't worry. Shift the paradigm. See, don't be rigid. It's not a bad thing. I grew up to believe a lot of nonsense, but today I changed them myself because I saw it wasn't helping me. Number one, I grew up in an environment where they tell you rich people are evil. Every rich person must be a ritualist. Cut your coat according to your size. All those advices that always, makes you stay in the same spot. Remember the child of whom you are, this kind of stuff. Now, you see, like, oh, don't worry. See, let me tell you, this life, if you are born from a poor family, that's how it is. Don't be overzealous in life. Be contented with small things you have. Don't cut a coat according to your size. Don't dream too big. Don't this, don't that. Don't make friends. Be careful. Those kind of ringtones. I don't know how many of you got advices that are probably keeping you down. At some point in your life, you have to drop some of these advices because they're not working well for you. Shift the paradigm. Thank you. Shift the paradigm. So that is what we're trying to do tonight. See, when you're having issues in life, don't leave. Because the reason why you are there in the first place is to become something. According to Jim Rohn said, see, success is something you attract by the person you become. Success is not something you can chase. Success is something that you have to attract by the person you become. Okay? Now, becoming is very important to success. Now, how do you become? By facing challenges, by facing obstacles, and by staying put and trying to stay until you find a solution to it. And then when you find a solution to it, then you have won. Now, winning is not in the money you make. Winning is in the ability to think deep and sort out solution by yourself. That makes you a solutionist. And that is your identity for life. And it's a free gift for life nobody would be able to take from you. That is what they mean by becoming. See? So if you cannot become, you cannot have. If you see people who just want to have, want to get this, I want to make this money, that's why the academy, I want to join. Oh man, I want to make $10,000, $1 million, I want to be chairman 750. The question is, do you have the mind of a chairman 750? Do you think a chairman 750 is someone who rely on others to get solution to his own problem? Do you think chairman 750 is someone who quits after every challenges? Or do you think chairman 750 are those who blow accounts and get discouraged immediately at first sight? Do you think chairman self-50 are those who think, oh, I think this is not for me. Maybe it's for some talented people. Do you think chairman self-50 is someone who think less of him or herself? Do you think chairman self-50 is someone who complains every now and then? Do you think chairman self-50 is somebody who complains about subscription? Do you think chairman self-50 is somebody who complains about things that are not even needed to complain about? Things that you should do something about, not to complain about. I don't know. Or have you ever seen anybody being given an award the best complainer of the year? All those things don't work. They work against us. You get? So you have to know this. Knowing them will make you to recognize that every challenge is all the things you're facing right now, and I believe a lot of you are facing right now, is not because it's been designed or you are being targeted by something from the universe. No, it's actually God's design for you to make you become unstoppable, to make you become formidable. How can you become a formidable if there's no challenger? I don't know if you know about UFC fighters. Are you aware that every time they go into that ring, when they walk out of that ring, whether they win or lose, about $3.5 million is waiting for them in the locker room? How many of you are aware of that? How many of you are aware of that? Every UFC fighter do you know UFC fighting? This is the kind of fight that is mixed of martial arts and boxing and wrestling, everything together. See their faces blown up, beating, blood everywhere. But guess what? These guys, every fight, whether they win or lose, As soon as they walk out that ring, in the locker room, they bring cash, as in not transfer. They bring the cash to them because every ticket that is bought in that arena, their court is always waiting for them, whether they lose or win. $3.5 million minimum, $5 million, some $15 million, depending on their what's it called, their rank in the championship and all that. So imagine, do you think these guys start getting this money just like that? Maybe because they are handsome or because they have muscle, they will go to the gym to bring this muscle. No, they have to receive punches in the state or in the what do you call it, in the arena. They have to receive punches. They have to get beaten. Sometimes they get tired. Sometimes they wish the fight just ends immediately so they can have some peace. You know, these are their challenges. Now, until you are challenged, that's more challenge is what makes champions. So you can't be a champion without a challenge, isn't it? I'm not a motivational speaker. As a matter of fact, I despise motivational speakers because most times they are not real. They just say things that they don't practice, they don't do. So me, I think I'll pass for an inspirational speaker. My job is reminding people of who they actually or who they truly are. Okay. So when I say shift the paradigm, start thinking inward. Start trying to conquer yourself. When I say conquer yourself, private victory. Private victory. Now, like I said from the beginning, in case you're joining us late, I said you should have your pen and paper because most of the things I'm saying right now are not from any book or any paper. So I may be forgetting, I will forget all of them the moment we're done with this lesson. So I may need I myself will need your notes after this. So I don't have a presentation or PowerPoint. So you may have to jot some points if you think they make sense to you, because this is going somewhere which I believe is good by God's grace. Okay. Now, remember the topic again. Remember the topic, right? Which is what? Cultivating the mindset of a successful traders, right? Cultivating the mindset, a successful trader. That's cultivating a successful trader or achiever's mindset. That's cultivating the mindset of a successful trader and also an achiever, using the paradigm that supports your dreams and aspiration, which means becoming successful, having the mindset of a successful trader and achiever by using your own mindset, by using your own paradigm, by using your own ways of understanding, which as in the one that will support your dream, not the one that will go against your dream. Okay. All these things I just mentioned, like quitting and all that, are the ones that go against your dream. Now, I want you to shift the paradigm to the one that supports your dream. And how we do that tonight is what I'll be talking about. Okay? Now, first thing we'll talk about is why. Why are you doing what you're doing? Has any one of you ever sat down to think, why am I doing this? Why did I even join? Now, let me tell you where you'll be wrong. If you join this because, oh, I saw Coach Emanuela's income. Oh, and it was fascinating. I want to make that kind of money. Oh, I saw Coach IK traveling. I saw Coach this. I saw Coach that. Oh, I saw this money. Oh, I want to make money. Then you'll be wrong. And guess what? You'll be quitting anytime soon. I'm telling you. Because if you join things for other people's dreams, then you're actually walking in another man's path. And that won't mean anything to you. It's like you're having a job which you can quit anytime. But when you join for your own personal reason, then it makes sense. Now, when we say reasons, we talk about your why for joining. Strong, it has to be strong. Your dreams. What are your dreams actually? What are dreams, anyways? Some of us, we don't say dreams. Some of us just think, oh, dreams, you know. We think about those days in school where we're like, oh, daddy, I would like to be a lawyer. I'd like to be a soldier. I'd like to be a doctor. What would you like to be when you go? No, that is what you like to be. Fine. But what are your dreams? I mean, dreams are things you'll be doing right now. If money, time, knowledge, exposure were not to be a problem to you, you'll be doing them right now. Give you an instance. For example, let's say you have an income of $20,000 every month. That's multiplied that right now. Just play this mind game, okay? Multiply that by 690. Whatever you have in naira, if you are from Nigeria, whatever you have in shillings, if you are from Tanzania, whatever you have in sefa, if you are from Cameroon, whatever you have from any country you are coming from, if you're in the UK, put that in pounds. Whatever it is, well, I won't say that because in UK I have to step up that money because, but just pick a figure that is very important, that is very big, that is enough to do a lot, wherever you come from. Assuming, just imagine you have this in your balance every now and then, like every month. What will you be doing right now? Will you be living in that same house you're living? Will you be probably be doing that thing which you're doing? Will you be studying that which you're studying? Will you be whatever it is? Will you be wearing what you're wearing? Will you be where you are right now? Maybe you want to go somewhere, but that's not where you want to stay. But you are there because the things you need to go the next level is not even ready. Think about those things that are important to you. Now, this can be true. Either it's a pleasure or a pain. Either one, it's okay. But the best is always the pain. What are those things you really want to avoid that you hate badly, you don't want in your life? And you know the only way to avoid this thing is by making money. What are those pains probably you are going through right now that you want it to end at all costs? But you cannot end it because you are not powerful enough because it takes money, time, exposure. What are those things that you are afraid may happen in the future? What are those things you've gone through in life and you don't want your children to go through? Some of you, maybe you have children already, and there's this beautiful school you walk past every day, and you like the quality of the school, and you like everything they do in the school, and you see other parents taking their children out of this school and taking them back, and you wish you're taking your children to that school, but you have to go to another school because of what your pocket is saying. Maybe you're living in an area that is not comfortable. Maybe some of you don't want to stay in Nigeria anymore, but you don't want to go abroad to become a slave as well. Maybe a lot of things you want to do, millions of things. Now, I cannot tell you exactly what you want to do because it's a relative thing. Every human being have their own uniqueness when it comes to wants and desires in life. Because the wants and desires are based on what you're going through, what you have gone through, or what you're exposed to. Either one of the two. But I don't care about whatever it is. But all I know is this. Whatever it is, so long you cannot do them right now, because money and time exposure, whatever it is a problem, then it becomes your dream. Anything you cannot do, yet you wish to do them, are dreams. If you get that explanation, I'd like you to put a 5 in the chat box. See, that's the only way to make sure that you're with me, you know. If I were in the classroom or we're seeing ourselves, I have a lot of way to do this to carry you along, right? But see, so if I ask you to do this, you know what that means? I just want to be sure I'm talking to people. I don't want to be very far away and then I'll be realizing I've dropped a lot of my passengers in the sky. I don't want to do that. Okay. I want to retain my license as a pilot. Okay. 5. Good, good, good. Now, personalize your dream. Forget about IM for a minute. Forget about earning for a minute. Forget about Chairman 750 for a minute. Forget about trading for a minute. Forget about market trap. Forget about DCX. Forget about TBX. Forget about everything. Forget about every coaches. Forget about educators. Forget about Nigeria. Forget about everything. Forget about the universe. Forget about the earth. And think of you alone. Imagine your world right now, what would you like it to be? What kind of environment would you like to create for yourself and for your children that you have or the one that are yet to come? What kind of life do you want? Why do you want this life? These are your personal reasons. Make it so strong. Desire them. Don't let anybody put you out of them. It is possible. But then, first, you need to have them in mind and make it yours. Okay? What are those things? Now, that's the first phase to success. That's the first ingredient to success. Anything you do without a strong reason you have the tendency of not doing it right. You have the tendency of pointing fingers to everybody for the reason why you're not doing it right, except yourself. But if it's something that you really desire so much, you don't want to joke with it. It's like the story of the guy who desired happiness, who met an old man in the village. He asked the old man, how can I get happiness that I desire so much? The man asked him again, are you sure you desire happiness? He said yes. And you want to now to get happiness? He said yes. You know what the man did to him? He took him in the middle of the stream and they kept going in the stream. And as they were going, they were being immersed gradually from their heads to their neck to their chest, and then eventually over, then the man pressed, the other guy pressed him down beneath the water. Not, of course, when you have been pinned down under the water, so such that he won't be able to breathe. Of course, it's under the water. I can't breathe under the water when it doesn't have a fin like a fish, right? So, so, so it was pinned down, and this guy was struggling so hard to get out of the water, And guess what he did? He pushed the old man with all his power, all his strength, and pushed the man away. And they started breathing, and they started insulting the man. Are you crazy? And I asked him a question. That as at the time I pinned you down beneath the water, what is the only thing you had in your mind that you want to do? You have to get out of the water and be able to breathe, you old fool. And what happened? Because that thing, the only thing he had in his mind is to survive, to get out of the water so he can breathe. He used everything he has to push the man away and get himself out of the water. The man looked at him and said, exactly what you do. That's what you do to desire happiness. Whatever you desire, you put in everything that you've got, everything that you have for that dreams that only you can see, and it becomes yours, your reason. I hope you write that down. The second thing now Now, when I ask people this, it sounds strange to them, despite it's English language and a lot of people can speak so much English, right? Like we know, but we're not familiar with these words. And it's not your fault because these are words that even professors don't talk about. They don't even know what it means. No, they know what it means. They don't have an idea that they need to talk about it. Guys, has anybody ever walked up to you and asked you this question? Hello, what is your prosperity plan? What is your prosperity plan? You want to kill people, people will die. Ordinarily, what is your dreams? People are not prepared for that. Whatever I'm telling you tonight, you can try it out henceforth. Just meet people. Hey, how you doing? In fact, the smartest of all your friends, when you meet them, people are just ask them questions like this. You know, now, what is your prosperity plan? Now you have a dream, you have a zeal, you want to go get it and make it happen. You need to have a prosperity plan. If you don't have a prosperity plan, you just be going everywhere, just like a man who is traveling, but you don't have exactly the destination you're going. You'll be going everywhere. You'll be dropping at everybody's bus stop. The conductor will be confused there because every bus stop they call you are there. You say, hey, I'm dropping here. Then the next one you are dropping, and the guy will like, hey, guy, where are you going exactly? You know, what is your own prosperity plan towards your dreams and goals and aspirations? Okay, that's which you want to achieve. What are your prosperity plan? Now, so many of us are used to this, especially most of us. We know what they call the ESBI, right? If you know the ESBI, can I see you put a B in the chat box? Because of course we have our views. Some of us represent every now and then. When I say ESBI, sorry guys. Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Put a one to the chat box, please. Ah, someone was calling me. This is the advantage of this. Sorry, let me see if I can freeze my phone. Mm, you call. If you can hear me, please put a one in the chat box again. Sorry. I want to be sure I'm not cut off by this call that came in. Okay. Okay, you can hear me. All right, good, good. All right, thank you very much. All right, I was saying before the call came in, thank you very much. God bless you all. So I was saying something. I was talking about prosperity plan. Now I was saying ESBI. Yes, yes, ESBI. Can we? I will. I think we all remember this ESBI. Right? We'll talk about it in our overview. ESBI, the employee, self-employed, right? Remember, right? We talk about this, the percentage of people in the employment area, self-employment area, big business, that's the business owner, right? Remember that, right? And then the investors, right? And we always say that our goal is to be an investor, right? That's why we are here. We want to be an investor. Good. Now, do you think this is a good plan, right? But how do you actually plan to do this? Do you just say it and forget about it as soon as you join the academy, or you say it and plan to towards this? Now, this is where I'm coming to. When you join the academy, okay, when you join the academy, okay, it is to help you move you from being an employee to being an investor. Now, but the thing is this, there's no way you can be an investor except through business owner or business ownership, entrepreneurship, isn't it? I mean, what is the business? When we say business owner, these are people who leverage on system that gives them more turnover than the effort they put in. Simple way to define it. So they use people, other people's talent, other people's knowledge, other people's time, other people's money, other people's everything. They leverage on all of these things that they can just to increase their output. Meanwhile, putting the very small input. Well, when I say very small, relatively, not really very small, but I'm not saying whatever input they put, they get multiples. You get now. So when you are a business owner or a business owner, you make enough money to start investing. Right. Now, in IM Academy, we are blessed. Do you know we are blessed? We are blessed because we have two ways of doing this. The first way is the knowledge you get, the skill you get from this learning of how to trade. Now, I invented one word right now. Oh no, not a word. English people will help me, and then I think they will help me here. So when you put two words together, right? So this I just invented this idea because I thought of it because I know that we have what we call residual income. At least we all know residual income, right? An income that keeps coming even when the initial effort have been what? Have been exhausted, sorry. You understand? That is what we call residual income, right? So when you build your IBO, you build people, they start making money and all that. You have an organization, you just be earning every time people successful. After when they get successful, you make more money. That is residual income, right? From IBO. But do you know that we have residual income also from the trading? And I want to put this together so you understand how to make this happen. Okay? Sorry, the people that were calling me are people that attended the last overview. And kudos to the one who did the overview because they are chatting me that they want to sign up right now. They want to sign up. So, thank you very much, coaches, for that beautiful thing you did because the feedback is what tells us what you do, isn't it? Now, guys, I was talking about something. I came up with this idea or this word, residual skill. Residual skill. I hope you're all jotting. I will need your note to remember. I'm not joking about it, right? Residual skill. Guys, do you know that for you to really be successful in IM Academy, it starts with this one, not the other way around. For you to be successful, you need to develop what we call a residual skill. Now, what is a residual skill? So I came up with a definition for it. I came up with a definition for it. Okay. Now, in case you want to write that, because I said a residual skill is defined as a skill you acquire that allows you earn exponentially for a long time, applying the same lesser effort using leverage tools. Let me break it down and explain, or let me say it again for those who want to write. I wish I can type this for you. Oh my God, let me see. Okay, let me type that only that one. I don't like typing. That's why I don't have notes as well. Like I just say things from my head and I hope somebody will write and then I'll just take it from there. Don't worry, everybody have their own bad side. I'll work on it. Okay, I can't be good at everything anyways. All right. Okay. So this is it. Um, so let me put it so you understand. It's attached to the prosperity plan. Okay. Can we all see it now? The prosperity plan I was talking about. So residual skill is the first thing. Residual skill is defined as what? As a skill you acquire that allows you to earn exponentially for a long time, for a longer time. Yeah, applying the same lesser effort using leverage tools. Now I will explain what this means. When you join the academy, the first thing is they teach you, we've been taught on how to take trades, you've been taught about Forex market, you've been taught about all the applications, all the leverage tools, the scanners, the strategy, the market trap, the DCX, the swipe point, all of these apps are there for you. These are the things you pay for. Now, you need them to make money, a lot of money, yet you still learn from our educators, from all the videos in your back offices of how to use these things. Now, see the residual skill now, where the residual skill comes in. When you learn and you practice, hey, I'm now kind of being lured into typing. When you learn and you practice, when you learn, learn, you practice, that gives you what? Skill. Skill, guys, skill. Now, when you have skill plus patience and discipline, and that gives you what? That gives you money. See, money. So money don't come first. I mean, you start making profits from trading. You can't make profit from trading just by coming in and not listening to your instructor, not listening to your coaches, not following the rules, you know, not learning anything. A lot of people do this. I had a guy who came in. He asked me, "What do I do to succeed?" I told him, "Watch this video and get back to me." He didn't get back to me. When he got back to me, you know what he said? He said, "Sorry, coach. So I took this trade, I took that trade, I lost this money, I lost $300, but no problem. I want to refund again." I was so angry. I was like, "Come on. You think this money is paper? I don't know how you got your money, but though you need to listen and follow instructions. Did I ask you to even trade?" People like to be impatient. People don't want to learn. They just want to make money. But it's possible. C'est pas possible, according to the French. You need to learn, practice. As you do that, it gives you skill. How do you practice? Learn, practice with your demo account. What do you have? You have skill. When you have skill, apply a little patience in the market. Don't rush into trades. Apply enough patience to follow the rules. Then discipline. Know when to stop, know when to just do away with the trade, know when not to touch the market at all, and make sure you can withstand that temptation. That is discipline. Discipline is doing things that are needed to be done, things that will move you forward, but they are not fun to do, yet you do them as if you love them. That is discipline. When you put this together, you will make money. And I have testimonials for this. A lot of, in fact, some people are born this way, luckily for them. While some of us had to, like me, I wasn't born this way anyway, but I had to learn this, and I'm still learning. I'm not saying I'm perfect. And I believe that nobody is perfect, isn't it? So you have to put this in perspective, right? Please, if I'm boring, let me know. I'm just trying to let you see I'm connecting these things so it can make sense at the end of the day, okay? So this is the first thing you need to do when you get to the academy. And all of this can be done in a week. Thank you very much. All of this can be done in a week. Yeah, because I thought if I'm boring, people will just keep quiet. But if I'm not, I could have been seeing a lot of fire emojis anyways. I'm not asking you to bribe me with emojis, but just do it if actually if you meant it. Now, all right, I'm just saying thank you very much. Yeah. So you need this. Let me tell you why. You know why you need this skill? You want to know why you need this skill? Remember the saying, I started with something. I said, success, according to Jim Rohn, success is something you attract. You attract something you attract by the person, you become. Success is something you attract by the person you become. Do you get? Now, who are you? Or who were you before joining the academy? Let me use myself for an example. I knew nothing about forex. I had no influence on people, or I cannot. There's no way I could teach anybody on how to make money from the financial market. And a lot of people want to make money from the financial market. So I had nothing to offer, nothing to offer anyone. But then what did I do? I came to the academy. I learned, I practiced, I made money. I flashed my money in their presence, and they saw the money. Like, hey, I'd like to make this kind of money. I say, hey, I'll show you how. Come on in, let me show you. Let me guide you step by step. And then I start doing that. What happens? I pass on value to them. And what happens? When you pass value, what do you get? You get respect. You get people giving you their own permission to be led by you. Meaning they give you willingly the permission for you to lead them. They tell you to tell them what next to do. And whatever you tell them to do, they do. Not because you are handsome, not because you are beautiful, not because you're 6 foot tall, not because you talk well or you talk good. The funniest part is even if you don't speak good English, it doesn't matter. Influence comes from giving values. When you give values, people respect you naturally and they follow you easily and willingly they allow themselves to be led by you. Simple. But this cannot happen if you don't become something better and bigger than you used to be. And the only way you do that when you come into the academy, learn, practice, you develop skill. When you get the skill, match it to patience, discipline yourself, you make money. And when you make money, now making money doesn't have to be $1,000,000, doesn't even have to be $1,000, it doesn't even have to be $100. Even if it's $50 you make from the skill you just developed, that is enough influence on many people to join you. Do you see it now? So success is an inside out process, not something you get from outside it. If not, you'll be lying. At the end of the day, you'll be lying, you'll be packaging, you'll be doing things that are not real, you'll be fake. If you keep not ready, if you're too fast, you don't want to pass this process, things that are not true. Or sorry, this person keeps calling. I'm sorry. She wants to sign up like today, right now. But don't worry. I got you guys. I got you. I hope I'm still with you. I hope I'm here. All right. So now, in order not to drag this too long, sorry if you can hear me, let me know. A one, anybody, just one person I will know. If you can hear me, just put a one to the chat box because I just received a call now. Thank you. All right, let's just go. All right. Thank you very much. Now, so what am I trying to say now? So for you to really control, now I'm talking to what I'm giving you now is the secret to you building your IBO and also building your trading skill, right? Now, if you want to build anything, like I said, it has to start from you. And I'll give you this. I want to give you something. Let me share my screen a bit and use the whiteboard. It's going to be rough, sketchy, edgy, but just manage it the way it is, okay? I just want to share you something, and I know some of you already know this. It's in one of the books, Stephen Covey. I don't know how many of you have seen this book. Stephen Covey, Seven Habits of Highly Effective People. Now, I want to share you something with. I want to share something with you tonight. Okay. Now, there are three circles that are very important in our life. Three of them. Oh, don't worry. I'm using my finger. I'm good at drawing, but don't worry. This is not real drawing. Okay. Let me see. I want to be sure those who can see what I'm drawing. Okay, if you can see this, can you put a one to the chat? Even if it's one person, I will know everybody can see it. So if one can see it, others can see it, right? Can you see what I'm drawing? The caricature. Yeah, good. Now these circles you are seeing, good. These circles you are seeing, I want you to draw the same thing in your book tonight, right? Now, the first one, I won't be able to type here, but you write it yourself, okay? The first one, I'll just let me touch it so you know the one I'm talking about. The first one here, write it. It is called circle of concern. Circle of concern. Circle of concern. Circle of concern. How do I go about this? Can I type at this? I need someone who will help me. Sandra, are you in? Or anybody can help me? I want you to type this so people can see what I mean. Circle of concern. That's the first one I just touched. So you draw it well on your book. Write circle of concern. Okay, that's the first circle. Good, thank you. So I'll rely on you now, so I don't need to come back to this. The second circle here is called the circle of influence. That's this one now. See, the first one is, let me write one here. This is two, number two. Circle of influence. Can you write that for me? Now, the last one is center of focus. This is the one I'm touching now. Number three. The last one is center of focus. Center of focus. Now, I think good. That's number two, circle of influence. So it starts with the center of circle of concern, circle of influence. The last one, smaller circle, is center of focus. Center of focus. That's the last one. Are we good? All right, good. Now, let's start from the outside in. The first one you see there, which is circle of concern, it is a circle that is beyond our control in life. Things that you cannot control. For example, the government. You can't decide who will be the president single-handedly. The economy. You can't help the economy single-handedly. The country. You can't change the country single-handedly. Bad leaders. You can't help that single-handedly. Boko Haram. You can't stop it single-handedly. Bandits. You can't stop them single-handedly. 419. You can't stop them single-handedly. Armed robbers, kidnappers. All these things that are not giving us good image. All these things that are not making us move forward. The electricity, the education, the health sector, the people themselves, you cannot stop them from doing what they want to do individually. Right or right? If you agree with me, put a one in the chat box. All these things are beyond your control. If you agree with me, put the one in the chat box. Good. I have somebody who is agreeing with me. Good. So these are called circle of concern. And what is the rule of the game? The rule of the game is you dare not focus on circle of concern. Circle of concern are things that are beyond your control. So don't waste your time complaining about them. Don't waste your time thinking about them. Don't waste your time waiting for the day they will change, because they won't, but something can change. Don't waste your time. You know why? Because if you waste your time talking about these things for years, you won't know when you forget, you start growing and your dreams will not be achieved, because every day is being dependent on all of these factors that you cannot change. And as dreams are not achieved, as you complain every now and then, people around you don't respect you. So this circle of concern that you are focusing on will affect your circle of influence, and that will be shrinking. The number of people you influence will be very small, because they are tired of you. You are not making things happen. When the person is not making things happen, all they do is complain. And you know, a lot of people like that. People who they watch the news and they complain. They watch news and they complain. Most of our forefathers, our fathers, older people they grew up watching news and complaining. They don't influence much in life apart from their immediate family. Some say their children don't listen to them because I beg waiting Papa achieve, I beg. Isn't it? Friends and family don't call them in meetings. They don't respect them because they have not achieved much in life, isn't it? Because why? They focus on things that are beyond their control, things that are not their own concern at all, circle of concern, and that has decreased their circle of influence. Do you get the idea? Now, as this happens, when the circle of influence is being reduced, the center of focus will be disappearing because you forget yourself and focus on other things that are not your concern, and then you forget your own self. You forget about your dreams, your aspiration. You forget to develop yourself. You don't go for things that will make you become better. All you do is gossip about the next billionaire who is stealing money from government funds. They talk about the next ritualist. They are the one that will talk about, what happens to all of us is gone. Now, such person will not achieve anything in life. So, what am I saying? The rule of the game is don't start from outside in. Outside in is starting from center of focus. As you worry about center of focus, it decreases your what? Your center, your circle of influence. Sorry, stop worrying about circle of concern. As you worry about circle of concern, it reduces your circle of influence, and that destroys your center of focus, which is you. But which is the best way to use this circle? The best way is to start from inside out. Somebody say inside out. I want you to start typing inside out. I told you, I said success is inside out. Inside out. I want it sharp, 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 sharp. Can you type inside out in the chat box? Inside out. Somebody say inside out. Inside out. Inside out. Inside out. Yes, success is inside out. It's not outside in. It's not the factors that happen around you that determines whether you'll be successful or not. It's what you have inside you that you bring out to the world. And when you bring it out, it attracts goodness to you. It attracts opportunity to you. It attracts a lot of things to you. Let me prove it to you. Good. Now, let's start the right way now. If you focus on your center of focus, which is you, and you forget about this world, forget about the country we are in, and you focus on you, how do you focus on you? First of all, start by giving yourself, set some rules and principles for yourself. Number one, I don't want to be coming late to meetings. I want to be straightforward in life. I want to have integrity such that people will say, when it comes to, IK, no, this guy doesn't lie. Anything he tells you, believe it. I want to always lead in everything I do. I want to be a solutionist. I want to stop complaining. I want to be the one to always clear a path, even when there's no path. Even when people say it's impossible, I want to make sure that that's the reason why I will do it to show them that it's possible. Start creating your identity. Start believing everything is possible. Start learning. Don't give up. Things that you think are difficult, those are the things you should focus on. Things that you think you cannot do are more reason why you should do them. Things that you feel you can never achieve are the reason why you should quickly work on them and make sure you break that jinx and you achieve them. Anything that is positive is what you should partake in. Either you are learning how to make money or you're already making money. Either you're talking about how to make money or you're already making money. Either you are making friends that will teach you how to make money or you're already making money. Either you are learning skills that will make you a better person or you're already a better person. Anything that is outside anything good, don't participate. Because as you do things that are good, people are watching. Before you know it, your system will start changing because the things you feed your mind, your soul, the things you believe in, the friends you keep, the environment you navigate, what you see start manifesting in your life, and then you see yourself start becoming better. Now, guess what happens when you start becoming better? Guess what happens when you start showing up early to appointment? Guess what happens when you follow principle and you are straightforward? Guess what happens when you are now having more integrity? Do you know what happens? You start influencing people. People start saying things like, "Do you know that guy? One thing about I like about him is straightforward." People start saying it around. Do you know that guy? That guy is determined. That guy doesn't give up. I've known him since secondary school. Anything he said his mind on, he must achieve. If anything he touches is golden. This guy doesn't quit. Not a quitter. He's a winner. All this talk that people say about you, other people that listen to it, they will love you. Naturally, they want to now respect you. And when you start influencing these people, the moment you start influencing people, what happens to your circle of influence? You start growing wider. The circle of influence start growing wider. Before you know it, there won't be space for circle of concern again. And let me tell you the best thing about this. At the end of the day, a day will come. You see, when you grow your influence so big, you see those things that were circle of concern before that you could not control, like economy, the government, the health, everything, you'll be able to control them by the level of influence you have on hundreds of thousands of people. But it starts with you focusing on yourself. Success is inside out, not outside in. When you are in this academy, whatever you carry is what you bring out. Garbage in, garbage out. Learn, you know. When you know, you practice. When you practice, you develop skill. When you develop skill, you add patience. When you add patience, a little cup of discipline. And guess what happens? You make money. And when you make money, then you have influence. And when you have influence, you build IBO. People naturally respect you and they want to join you because of your results. If you get something from this, put some fire emojis, for God's sake. Come on, I need those fire, please. If it's real, make it real anyway. If it's not, no problem. If you're not getting anything out, don't use it. Don't worry. Okay? I like people being straightforward, right? This is one of the things we talk about, right? Yes. Now, why do we need this? I'll tell you why we need what I'm saying right now. We need this because when you do what I'm saying now, it helps you to achieve your prosperity plan. Now, talking about prosperity plan, prosperity plan are not things you say with mouth, are things you do in action. So let's talk about prosperity plan. In this academy, what is our prosperity plan? Number one, the 90 days game plan. The 90 days game plan is important to everything you believe in. Let me tell you, you don't even know what you are missing if you're not following the 90 days game plan. Maybe some of you don't know what we mean by the 90 days game plan. Quickly, let me share my screen and show you something with you. I know you're all used to it, right? But then I need to show you again. I'm going to share my screen right now and I'll be sharing with you what we mean by compounding. There's what we call compounding, the compound daily plan. Yeah, compound daily plan. Compound daily plan. Imagine you join IM Academy and your first day in IM Academy, you are being told about how possible it is your dreams can achieve, the reason why you joined. First of all, you have a figure. Like I told you now, the land they sell for 25 million naira at Ilashe village. I would want to own that. Oh, I've not spoken about that, right? Let me tell you what happened. Okay, let me tell you. I've not talking. I've even told you about that. Talking about dreams, I didn't talk about that, right? But I will link it up now. Let me link it up. Let me link it up. Now you see, when I said making the dream yours, I said making the dream yours, right? This is what I mean by that. Now you make money from your trading. Okay, maybe I will link it up. Let me link it up with the compound plan. So I just want to miss. I want to make everything sequential. Okay. So where's the compound daily plan? Where are you? Let's see. Okay, you can't hide from me forever. Oh, I think I've seen it. Sorry, I've seen it. I've seen it. I don't need to start. Yeah, guys, I know you've seen it several times, right? But this is what we mean by compound income. Let's say you join the academy, right? And now you're now in. You now set a target to learn. But this learning you talk about, you want to make sure you do it practically. So you use the learning to develop yourself. And how you know whether you're learning is by developing what we call milestones. Milestones will be reflected in your account balance. So how you know you're learning is when you keep making money for yourself, isn't it? So now to do that, we have this compound daily calculator which we use to help you project how much you can make if you follow a plan and discipline and be patient. Okay. And as you do this, also you develop a skill, right? Now, what is that plan? So this is when you come in, let's say you come with minimum of 100 USD. Guys, I want you to pay attention. You come in to fund your account. Maybe after signing up, you come in with fund your account with maybe 100 USD, $100. Now, the compound daily plan attached to it is this strict rules, which is your target to make 5% profit every day. I mean, working days from Monday to Friday, right? Every day. Okay, 5%. And you do this for 90 days. I mean, I prefer 90 days actually. I don't know, some would do 60 days, 30 days. See, 4 months of your life. If that's all you need to open the key to all the rest of your life, being successful, financially free and happy and achieve your dream, then you better you do it because some of us, we've been there for years, yet we're just discovering how to move forward in life, isn't it? Now, let's say you have your $100, 5%, and every day you're not withdrawing. I'm not. Now, when I say you're not withdrawing, some ask me this question that, but, I need to withdraw to buy stuff. See, rich people don't make money from business to buy stuff. That's the mistake. That's the difference. See, the guy who wrote ESBI that we talk about every day, the cash flow quadrant, you understand? One of the things he said, let your business, the profit that the money you make from your business, let it buy you assets. Don't buy shoes. That doesn't mean you not buy some things to wear. Of course, you won't go naked everywhere. But I mean, don't be extravagant. Don't think you have arrived. Don't all those things. See, I don't care. Oh, for me, I have a different opinion about things, because there are things that if you really want to go as an investor, there are things that should freak you. You buy things based on needs, on your business needs, not on flashy, just to be flashy or impress. No, no. For me, that's where I think anyway, and that's what business people agree to, isn't it? Now, see, you don't withdraw just okay. I trade, I withdraw my profits, spend, I withdraw. If you keep doing that, when are you going to be wealthy? I will tell you. Let me prove this to you, anyways. Just let me prove what I'm saying, okay? Now, so he said, build your business, the money from your business, let it buy you assets, let the money from the asset buy your luxury. Why? Because assets are fixed. Assets are fixed. They keep generating money for you for life, even when you have stopped working. So the money you make from your asset, you can use to buy anything you want because the money will keep coming. But when you use the money from your business to buy things, business is not always the same for life. There are times it will be up, there are times it will be down. When it's down, what's going to save you? Do you know why we have people jumping guns? Some people, they make money today in this business. Wow, they flash it everywhere. Blah, blah, blah. Then later on, the money that is supposed to use to invest in real assets that generates money, they spend and become extravagant, show off, and all that. And when the business start dwindling, now they don't have any backup to help themselves. What do? They jump gun. They move to elsewhere. They move elsewhere. They think, oh, the problem is here. Let me move elsewhere. How long are you going to be moving? How long are you going to be moving? Are you in a vehicle to take you to your destination, or you are in a vehicle just to jump at every bus stop? Now, that is what I'm saying. I'm going to prove this to you mathematically, the very simple form. Okay. So let's go back to our compounding plan. You don't withdraw for 90 days. You're not going to die. Well, it depends, except you have excess. Like one of my mentees, in fact, this is what we do, but I'll talk about that later. You do, maybe if you are supposed to do 5%, sometimes you do 16%. You don't know. It's not your fault. Sometimes you do 8%, 9%. Maybe those excess you can do withdrawal. But the 5%, thou shalt not touch it. Is a commandment. Is a taboo, punishable by law. Anyways, right. So weekends, no. So you are not trading on weekends, of course. Now you start this on the 19th, for example. If you start on the 19th, what does this mean? The compound daily plan says if you start with $100 on the 19th of August 2022, make it 5% every day. By December 23rd, you should be having $8,073 in your account as your balance. When you deduct your 100 USD, you'll be having $7,973. Okay, $973. Okay, in your account. Let me use the annotation so you see what I'm saying. Spotlight. Okay. Um, you'll be having this your account, and then you'll be having this when you deduct your 100 USD. But let me say, for me, I would say give or take. The days of losses, the days when trades are not coming, when you're supposed to have trades, the days when you're not available. Let's say it's not even up to 7,973. Let's say it's $5,000. Are we there? If you are with me, if I've not lost you, please can you put a one to the chat box again? You can't just be tired of doing that. That's how I know you're with me. Put a one to the chat box if you are still with me and I've not lost you in any ways. One in the chat box, please. All right. Put the one in the chat box. Oh, good. Now, guys, let's go to the calculator. Let's say it's 5,000. I will tell you why your balance is very important. And I'll tell you what I mean by residual skew. Now, this is going to solve the residual skew issue. The reason why you don't need to withdraw, at least sacrifice these 90 days without withdrawing. And the reason why I believe in make sure you have enough balance and that balance pays you for life. Pay you, for life. Now, guys, let's look at it. So on the calculator now, we have $5,000. Imagine this is your new balance. Now, I always ask this question, but I don't have time to ask that now. Are you going to withdraw it or not? I already tell you, don't withdraw this money. But what do you want to do with this money? You want to leave this money and make it be your balance that will pay you every day. Now, why? Remember, if you develop your account from 100 USD to $5,000 in 90 days, do you know how much of skills you would have developed as well? Which means you would have gathered enough skills to even trade yourself. Using the same thing you were doing on your $100 when it was $100, and now you are using the same thing on your $5,000. But what happens to your result? Your result is now bigger. than when it was $100. The same thing you've been doing when it was $100 is still what you're still doing when it's $5,000. So you see, how do we trade? We always put 3% of our account. You don't trade more than 3% of your account on a particular trade. That is a taboo, according to professionals, according to the top forex traders all over the world. Too much, as in don't over leverage. Always do only 3% of your account balance. And what is 3%? 0.03. What does that mean? That means you trade 150 USD on every trade you see. Okay. Now let's say, we have 75% payout. Some pay you 85%, but the minimum is always 60%. Let's say you get paid 60%, which is 60% means 0.6. So meaning for every time you place a trade at this level now, you get paid $90. In a day, for you to achieve your 5%, all you need is 3 trades a day. That is $270. Now, this is where it gets juicy. So do you know if you want to stop at this 5,000, do you know that now you can use that 5,000 as your balance, becomes your asset in a way, okay, that you use to trade. So you can have profit of $270 a day. Now, if you have $270 a day, imagine 5 days, you have 1,350 USD in the week. Let's say you even have $1,000 per week to withdraw, right? Multiply it by 4 weeks, you have $4,000. This is how to build wealth. So your $5,000 in your account balance becomes the asset that generates $1,000 per week for you, which gives you $4,000 per month. Now, if you have been withdrawing every $500, $100 you take in the past, would you have gotten to the level where you make $4,000 every week or every month? But that's not all. Let me share the last part with you. Still on the compounding. Guys, I want to blow your mind now. Do you know that after your first 90 days, you now decide to go the next 90 days? This time around, you have $5,000 in your balance, not $100. $5,000 in your balance. This time around, you are still doing 5%, still 90 days. But the difference is this time around, you are not doing 100% no withdrawal. You are withdrawing 50% every time. You withdraw 50% of your profit every day. So you only give 50% and you keep 50%. Guys, I'm going to blow your mind. This is why patience is important. Okay? Let's calculate what happens. If you have $5,000 as your balance in 90 days, what happens? In 90 days, let me tell you what happens. Guys, pay attention, okay? This is math. And I like math, especially when it has the dollar signs with it. Now, okay, what's going on? All right, I already have it. Okay, sorry. Now, so this is it. Guys, if you start with the $5,000, okay, as your balance, and you withdraw 50% of your profit every day, you know what you have? At the end of the whole 90 days, you'll be having $46,144 in your account balance. I want you to know this. This is what you'll be having as your new account balance. Not just that, you would have withdrawn 41,144, which means in cash withdrawal, you would have done a lot of things with this one. These are the things you spend every day on things that you want to achieve in your life, things that probably have been stopping you. So in 90 days, which is barely 4 months, you have spent $41,000. Yet you have about $46,000 left, which means in total, you're able to gather $82,000 both in liquidity, in assets and liquidity. Guys, how awesome this. Now, I don't want to make you go crazy. Imagine you now go another 90 days with $46,000. But I'll go. This is the last one I will go for, okay? I want you to look at this. The last one now. $46,000 new balance. Let's even say $40,000 new balance. I'm a big dreamer. You can't be with me. I don't think you will not like, as in anybody around me, your brain will always be hot. You'll be like, I give you this run and jump. So let's say you start with a new balance of $46,000. Same procedure, 50% withdrawal. What happens to you? I know where I'm going. Just calm down. Let's calculate new calculation. Guys, I hope I'm doing something to someone tonight. See, this event does not have to help everybody, but even if it's one person, I'm fulfilled. Now, look at it. Started with $46,000, 90 days game plan, which is barely 4 months. You will have, in your account balance at the end of 90 days, you'll be having 424,000 USD, plus the fractions there, 424,000 USD, 527. and you would have withdrawn $378,000. The total money we're talking about is $757,000. Now, guys, let's calculate. Your first 90 days from $100 to $5,000 was 4 months. The second 90 days was 4 months, making 8 months. The third 90 days was 4 months, making 12 months. Guys, the mentor Ismail is my name, and I can tell you categorically that giving yourself 1 year prosperity plan in IM Academy, thinking long term, can make you a millionaire in dollars. If you agree with me, put a yes with a capital letter in the chat box based on the calculation I just did. It will make you a millionaire in IM Academy. Having a prosperity plan I just showed you now. Put a capital yes. 1 year, 4 months. Highest, worst case scenario, you will deny yourself Netflix. You will deny yourself some circle of friends that are not taking you anywhere. You will deny yourself some enjoyment, some pleasure. Don't worry, you have enough pleasure. I will show you. Let's put this to Naira. I want yes, continuous yes. If you believe this, do you know what we're talking about? We're saying you'll be having $464,000. Let's forget the fraction. Multiplied by 690. In your account balance, you'll be having 320 million naira. Put that in shillings, put that in SEPA, put that in any currency country you are in now, right now. This is what you'll be having as your account balance. Meanwhile, you'll be having $320 million naira in your account balance. Meanwhile, you would have withdrawn $378,000 multiplied by 690. 260 million withdrawals. Guys, let me show you something. I want to show you something right now. I'm that crazy. I'm very, very crazy. And I want you to see how crazy I can be because I'm a man of dream. I move with this every day. Let me show you this place. I've been there. Some of you must have probably have been there before. Okay. I'll show you images. So let me show you map. We don't need map. I hope you can see my screen. Look at this beautiful edifices. Look at all these buildings you are seeing here. All this apartment comes with swimming pool in front of the beach. This is Lashe village. It's an island, beautiful island with all these magnificent buildings. You know, all these ones you are seeing. This is the place I'm talking about right now. This place. Now look at this place I just shown you. Right now, this place they're selling the land there for 25 million naira. 25 million naira. And you have developers. The good thing about this property is when you buy it, it's yours now in front of the beach. Beautiful. Now, you can build a duplex with pools like this and all that. And all that may cost you, and you don't have to use your own money. Developers are there. You can just deposit maybe 50%, work with the developer, put a payment plan. If you want to, a real business person don't use all his money, even if you have it will cost you maybe 100 million to 120 million to build this house. Okay? To build a duplex with swimming pool and all that. And you know that if you have just 50 million naira, you can start. The developer will pay the remaining and you work out a payment plan. But at the end of the day, when you own these buildings that you see there, this kind of building, if you have one there, do you know that when we went there last year, we paid 432,000 naira per night for an apartment, me and my group. We stayed, we enjoyed ourselves, we had the private yacht, we had the yacht party, bonfire night. In fact, I can show you the picture on Facebook, very beautiful. We all had fun, enjoyed ourselves and all that. And that was because we went on a weekday. We went on a Monday, we left there on Thursday. On weekend, as at that time, they charge 532,000 per night. But right now, do you know how much they charge per night? They charge 1,200,000 naira per night. And you know what? All the apartments you see, they are always booked out on the weekend. So imagine you own one. It means every weekend, every night, let's say some people come in, they check in on Friday night, they pay 1.2 million on Friday night to Saturday, they pay 1.2 million on Saturday night to Sunday. You have 2.4 million every weekend. Multiply by that by 4 weekends in a month. That's 9.6 million. Multiply that by 12 months. That is 115 million naira, 200,000 naira every year from an asset that is yours. You make this kind of money from this asset, and then it is still yours for life. Imagine how many you can build. Remember, the money you withdraw in 1 year, the money you have withdrawn in 1 year is over 260 million naira, which can buy the land and even build the house. Yet you will not use all your money to build the house. You only use 50 million, so you can build several houses and buy several land, and then you work a payment out plan out with the developer, and you make money for life. If you're excited about this kind of dream, if you share this kind of dream, now you may have your dream differently from this, but at least if you relate to this kind of dream, can I see a 5 in the chat box? Can I see a 5 in the chat box? If I excite you tonight with this kind of dream, if I challenge you with this kind of dream, if this look like something you like to work with in your prosperity plan, can I see your 5 on the chat box? This is my dream. This is where we're going. This is what I see. This is what they call prosperity plan. I hope I'm making sense, guys. Yes, it's a long night. 5. I need your 5. If you make sense, if this makes sense to you. Now, talking about this, remember the 90 days game plan. Do you now see why I said withdrawal? Early withdrawal is not really the solution. See, early withdrawal will help you to achieve, to do things, enjoy life. But are we in this academy to enjoy life just from the beginning? We are here to build an asset, right? But yeah, people have different dreams, but I'm giving you a better plan. We can work this out and it will happen. Now, that is our action plan. Somebody say action plan. No, when I say action plan, I mean put in the chat box action plan. So I've discussed 3 things with us tonight. I've discussed the reason, which is your why, which are your dreams for joining this academy. Number 2, I've discussed your prosperity plan with you, which is the ESBI, employment and self-employed business. I talk about residual skill and I talk about residual income from the IBO, residual skill from the trading. The third one I just finished talking about showing you now is the 90 days game plan, which is the action plan. That's the third thing, right? The next one we're going to is the discipline plan and being disciplined. Now, these are 2 different things entirely. Discipline plan and being disciplined are 2 different things entirely. Yeah, good. I love this. Action plan. That's the third one we just finished now. So we are going to the next one now, which is what? Discipline plan, and being disciplined. Discipline. You need to have a discipline plan. Now, we have a discipline plan. I told you some of my mentees sent me their results, their discipline plan, which we designed that to help us to monitor our progress on the 90 days game plan. So you put in your daily profits, whatever you make, even if it's less, just put it there. When we use this to monitor your plan, making sure that the 90 days game plan is a done deal for you. See, you may not get to the exact amount, but hey, even if you get to 50%, you are very successful. Like I showed you just now, Now, this discipline plan has to be followed, but you cannot follow it unless you are very disciplined. Now, do you know why we design this discipline plan? Because when you trade and we tell you use only 3% of your account to trade, and when you eat your 5%, I guess stop trading, or when you have excess, then you can trade with the excess on top of it, fine. Now, if you know that you're not going to be doing this, if you know that you're going to be indisciplined, maybe you'll be doing more than what we ask you to do, or you'll be doing more than your 3%, you will remember that you're going to submit your report, discipline plan, to your coach or to your mentor. And that will make you to act right. Because like if I'm your mentor, what I always tell people you can't just send me, oh, coach, I've moved my account from $100 to $200. I'll say no problem. Screenshot your result. Let me see in the panel. You have to go to summary because I will see. And when I look at it, I look at the timing you use. I'll look at the amount you use. I'll look at if there's rollover. I'll look if you overtrade. That's how thorough I am when I'm dealing with my mentees. And I'm not doing this just to bully, but just to help them to stay in plan. Because let me tell you, the devil doesn't want you to do 90 days game plan. I tell you, everything may even come to discourage you. Because I've seen that this is so simple and it's so easy to succeed with this. But people don't achieve it because they give up along the line. Something will just discourage them. And most times, let me tell you what discourages people. When they try to do it, they start doing it and they start winning. Winning can be your enemy sometimes. When you win too much, let me tell you what happens. I'm telling you real life scenario. Most of my mentees are online. They will tell you what I'm saying. They know what I'm saying. When we started the market trap strategy, when we started the market trap strategy, you understand? Do you know that for 2 weeks straight, we were having wins, no losses, and I was not happy with it. Can you imagine me? It sounds crazy. Like some of you say, I have mental issue, right? Like I was scared. I was not happy. We're having win with friend. I was like, hey, I'm afraid though. You know why I'm afraid? There's a way you get so used to winning that when you lose once, it destroys your mentality, it destroys your system, and then your emotion changes and you react. And because you have now switched from a good emotion to a bad energy, and then what do? You want to revenge and make that money back because you are used to winning, and then you lose more, and then you lose more, and then you lose more. That is why for me, I like balance in life. I'm not saying I pray for lessons. I just pray that I make my what's it called? I make my wins and I pray for more wins and more wins. But I pray for the energy. I anticipate lessons. I don't just ignore it. If I'm as I'm winning every day, I anticipate lessons. I'm like asking myself, when is it going to come? Better come already. I'm waiting for you. Let me see if I've already because that's how to test yourself whether you are emotionally stable, emotional intelligence. Revenge trading destroy. Let me tell you, I'm talking from experience. I've started 90 days game plan several times and I don't get. I'll quit all of a sudden. Do you know why? Imagine I'll build an account from maybe from $1,000 to almost like $3,000 and one bad decision, just one bad decision, just 1 minute, 3 minute bad decision will take that $3,000 to maybe 1,000. I will like, come on, I will get angry. I'll say, let me blow everything. I will not take over leverage before you know that account will be blown and then I'll give up. And then I'll try again, and this keep happening. And I said, now I know where the Satan is hiding. I know where the devil is hiding. It's hiding in my indiscipline. It's hiding in my disregard for following rules and regulations. It's hiding in my greed. It's hiding in my taste to make millions in a day. It's hiding in my not recognizing and respecting and being grateful for little profit. It's hiding in all those kind of stupid mentality to stop you from getting. See, at the end of the day, let me tell you one thing. If you quit and you go to another opportunity, or you quit or you leave IM Academy. The question I want to ask you is this. If you quit, knowing that the next 4 months will give you this kind of money, fine, you can quit. But if you quit and where you are going, or whether you stay at home, you will not make this kind of money that I just shown you in 1 year, then that is stupid. I'm sorry to say that. I will be stupid to do that. Because there are no opportunities out there except people are lying to you, scammers. They tell you, bring your money, we keep it for you, it becomes 1 billion. This is how to take your money easily. So this gives you a lot of benefit. Number one, gives you an opportunity to learn a skill. It gives you an opportunity to be patient. It helps you discipline your disappointment. It helps you develop discipline. It also helps you to gain a skill that will be yours forever. And that is not all. It gives you so much money that you will ever dream of in your entire life. I mean, come on, $378,000 from $100. Imagine you start your account with $500. You know, we use just $100 for this. Imagine we started with $1,000. Guys, it builds character and capacity. God bless you, King B. Wow. Actually, I'm getting your vibes. Thank you. Yeah, King B. Yeah, it helps to build your character. It even helps you to know your level of patience. Some of us are not patient in everything in life. This trading will help you to know how impatient you are, and it will help you to lead. Although a lot of things will happen to you. This builds both character and gives you money, and you know that is priceless. So, guys, this is the number. The next thing I just discussed with you: discipline plan and being disciplined. They are two different things, but they work together. If you follow it, you become unstoppable. You become, I don't know, like don't worry. Let's just go. The next thing I want to talk about is now we are transiting now from being disciplined. And part of being disciplined is what? Hope for wins, but anticipate lessons. Hope for wins, but anticipate lessons. Do you know why you should anticipate lessons? I hope somebody is writing this down. I mean, hope for wins. It's good to hope for wins, but always anticipate lessons. And do you know this is very important? It's very important because you know why? Basic lessons will never make you rich. It's experience that make you rich. So basic lessons really don't make you rich. Now, when I say basic lessons, everything we teach you. If I teach you the strategy from now to tomorrow 10 million times, you will know it. But do you know what teaches you more? Experiencing it, trading it, making the money, losing some, builds you up and give you the final lessons, remarkable lessons, lessons that will never leave you, lessons that will be yours for life, lessons that will help your personal you, lessons that will increase your center of focus. And when your center of focus is increased, your circle of influence, both home and abroad, will be very wide. And then eventually you can control your circle of center of what? Center of you can control your circle of concern. Yeah. So that is the next one I talked about. Now, the next one is destroys the gambler's mentality. Write that down. Destroy the gambler's mentality. You know, which is over leveraging. Don't always. I have one of my mentees. So he came in, I gave him the strategy, I taught him everything, and we funded his account with 358 USD. And the next day, he sent me a result of 600 and something USD. And he was telling me, "Thank you, coach, for teaching me the strategy." Guys, I'm supposed to be excited for him, right? But he was surprised. I said, "Yeah, congrats. This is good. But you know what? You've done very wrong thing here, and I don't think I can mentor you continuously on this because I don't want to be responsible for this fall." He was like, "No, this is good, coach. It's a good thing. I doubled the money. I'm fine. I'm going to withdraw my capital." I said, "But do you know what you have just done to yourself? You sold yourself a mindset that will be very difficult to delete because now you did this, you've done this now, you do it again until you lose money. As if I'm a prophet, like a prophet, or what do you call them? I didn't know what happened. When this guy was trying to say, we want to refund again, I said, what happened to the money? The coach, you are right. But why do we have to get to that point before we get it right? Ugochukwu, why did you mention the other? Come on, Ugochukwu, I didn't mention your name now. I'm just giving an example. Don't mind him, that's not him. But I like your boldness. Anyways, Ugochukwu, I'm happy to be any day. I'm happy to work with you. Understand? I love you, guys. I love you really, and I know you'll do it together. We'll achieve that dream we talked about. Anyway, sorry guys, don't mind that boldness there. Anyways, now I wasn't happy and because so that thing is not because of the money. You know why I'm doing this? I'm very strict when it comes to that because I've been so stupid in my life. I've blown a lot of money. I've made so much, and because of this thing called indiscipline. And I don't want people to go through it because not everybody have the guts to continue it after losing lots of money. Let me give an instance. In this academy, on gold, in one afternoon, with $1,000, I moved my account to $4,740 a day within 2 hours. It was up to 2 hours. That's extra $3,740. But due to the stupid greedy me, I said, let me round this up to $5,000. As if I'm the owner of the market or my father gave me as an inheritance. Like I can decide what I want to make. I said, let me round it up to $5,000 so the story can be sweet. So I can go and motivate my downlines and tell them that, hey guys, I make 5K? Do you know what I did? I set that stupid trade and I left my stupid head and I went out and I came back. I made zero. That day I almost sank. I made zero. Meaning my 1,000, the 2,000, the 3,740, and the 240 that I wanted to make 5,000. Everything gone. And I was like punching myself that how can you be so stupid? I think now look at me. I wanted to make that to impress my downline. I couldn't even mutter it to any one of them that this happened. Probably until now, or when I give examples. Yes, there are days too that I make so much money by stupidly doing over leveraging. There was a day in 12 hours I made $22,500 on BTC USD trade, December last year to be precise, around November. I think Coach Emmanuel is my witness. I withdrew that money, over 12 million naira, in 12 hours. I woke up to that trade, but I over leveraged. You see why I told you that winning can be very stupid sometimes. Winning can destroy you. If I had lost that money in that one, maybe I would have done the next one. But now I'm thinking long term, and that's how to think, not immediately, because you make more long term than you will make and lose immediately and get discouraged and get frustrated and be a bad example and destroy your own personality, destroy your own mindset, destroy your character, because of over leveraging. Don't be a gambler. For those of us who probably, I don't know, if you are late 70s, you're born in the late 70s, 80s, Kenny Rogers, that song, the gamblers, he said you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough counting. When the deal, when the deal is done. Now, you know what he's saying? Always know when to run. Always know when to stop. Always know when to count, to hold your money and get away. These things are very important in life. They are good advices, but you cannot do without. We are not gamblers. We are traders and we are strategic traders. We don't trade unless the strategy tells us the truth, unless we make everything align. No matter how good a strategy is, also, it cannot be 100%. Sometimes the market decides what it wants to do. But when we use our 3%, you will not lose more than your 3%. And 3% is something you can lose without stress. I heard some people saying, oh, when I put on the trade, I have to put Bible on my trade to make it. I have to pray. You don't need to pray if you are using 3% because you won't die. 3% is very small from your money. But when you use the whole entire money to trade, then your mind will be like, hey, God, hey, please, Father Lord, God, let this thing go. And what happens if it doesn't go your way? You get this disturbed. And do you know one thing about people? The moment you see them silent, go and call your mentee. Anytime you see your mentee that has been shouting, making money, the way they are silent, go and check them up. They have blown their accounts. Silence is how I know. When they are too silent, I'll say, oh boy, how far? The first that is your account. You need to quickly go and meet them and motivate them and set them on the right track, give them the right paradigm, then move on, and then things will go right. So I hope you're writing this, right? Destroy a gambler's mentality, stop over leverage. That's number 6. Number 7, have a great mindset and what? Connect to the right paradigm. Have a mindset of a trader, a mindset. And the guy said, one of the top, Peter, what's the name of this guy? Is the highest, most successful trader in the world, Peter something. I've forgotten his surname, Cardin or something like that. The guy said, a real trader is that who knows, okay, is that who trades with the amount he's willing to lose. Do you get? Yeah, the gambler, Kenny Rogers. Oh, Amoti. I like yo. So I'm not alone. Thank you. Go and check that song. Listen to it every day to help you to be disciplined. Really, I love that song. It talks to you anyway. It's talking to us traders. Don't want to leave the market, eh? So have a great mindset. Number 7, fix your paradigm. And you know what paradigm is already. Number 8, always begin with the end in mind. Guys, what is the end in mind? Let me tell you, let me ask you this thing. How many of you, of course, that's a stupid question if I'm going to ask you that. I wanted to ask, how many of you have been to the fashion designer's shop? Maybe a tailor's shop. You want to sew your clothes, especially ladies in the house. Have you noticed something when you go to meet a fashion designer? Oh, I need this dress. I want to make this dress. Do you know what the first thing they will do? They will draw that dress, or they will look for an image of that dress. Do you know why they do this? They will never cut your material until they see the end. They will see how they want this dress to look before, because the end of that design, the cloth, the design, how it will look, the end, is what will help them to guide them on how to cut the pieces, how to sew the things, what materials to buy. If they don't see or they don't have the visual image of what they want it to look like, they can't start cutting. The same thing with an architect. If you want to build a house, they tell you you need to have a drawing. The drawing is what the building engineer, the bricklayer, the carpenter, the electrician, all of them rely on that drawing to make that building a building. The plan. Now, so why I won't just say the plan now, you add visual to it, because it's the plan in visual. It means you see where you are going. Do you know where I see myself every day? I see myself in the Caribbean, having 6 months vacation with my family, every 6 months of the year for vacation, 6 months for work. I see myself in that trading room with the beautiful gadgets, with all this widescreen, where I put in my trade, and a daily profit is about $50,000 every day, minimum of $50,000. Why? Because my account is so big that my 3% can guarantee me $50,000 daily income that will pay for my vacations, pay for my lifestyle, pay for everything I want to do. So when I go to a shopping mall, the market pay for me. When I go to the to buy electronics, the market pay for it. If I take my wife out on a dinner, the market pays for it. Pay for it. I take my children out on a vacation, the market pay for it. I do my charity program, the market pay for it. As in, I want to get to that point where I will tell someone that, hey, what are we doing? How much do we need? $10,000. Okay, hold on. Let me get to my system. I put in some trades. In the next 1 hour, I have $30,000 to do that thing 3 times over without using my own actual capital, because I've grown my account balance that every day I can withdraw every day without even using too much. Just 3% of my account will give me more. Guys, that is who I want to be. That is what I see. I see myself first class flight. I see myself relaxing. I don't know if you've been in Emirates first class flight. I'm telling you, that's a bar. It's like you are like you're in a bar, in a pub. For God's sake, dream more than economy. I see myself relocating to countries that are beautiful, not to work there. I see myself I want to be a citizen. If I want to be a citizen of all these developed countries, which I'm going to be soon, that's my target now. I'm going to be buying into it. I'm going to be doing citizenship by investment. I don't want to go through all this route of education, take visa, this one, all those work permits. What work permits? I will pay. I want to invest in their government bonds. I want to buy real estate. They will be the one to prepare my passport before leaving my country and send to me. I'll go with my family. That's what I see. And for that to happen, my 90 days, in 1 year will happen. Guys, it is real and it is done. You know, it is done. Yeah. So that is it. Always begin with the end in mind. Where are you going? See it every day. That will motivate you and put you in check in case you are missing your alignment. Okay. Last but not the least, guys, watch what you see. I want you to type that in the chat box. Watch what you see. Watch what you see. I mean, be careful what you see. Don't see impossibilities. Don't see negativity. Watch what you see. Thank you. I want everyone to type that. And I'll give you a story to this. I want to tell you a story of two friends who got a job the same day. I hope you're all listening, right? If you are listening, can I see a 7 in the chat box? If you are listening, if you're getting me right now, 7, good. I want to tell you a story of these two guys. They got a job in the company the same day. This company is a new company. They're into making of slippers and shoes and sandals. And they intend to expand international. They want to go international. They want to expand. So to do that, they gave the job to these two guys. Say, hey guys, we want you to go to a particular place. This place we heard is a good place for us to expand. If you guys can create the market there, you're going to be rich for life. We'll make you the sales manager for that region, and that's it. So the two guys were excited. They packed their bags, they boarded the plane, bought the ticket, and off they went. But on getting to that land, which they went, the way to expand, sorry, on landing there, what they saw, they were shocked. On travel, so they had to travel to a village, and in that village is a village where nobody wears shoes. Everybody they walk on barefoot. As soon as they got there, like, what is going on? So let me give them name. One is Paul, the other one is Peter. Now Paul was like, what is this? This is nonsense. How can he send us here? These guys don't even wear shoes, for God's sake. They prefer their barefoot. How can they ask us to come and create a market in a place where people don't actually wear shoes? How many of you would think that way? Say the truth now. If you were in their shoes, how many of you would think that way? How many of you have ever thought, oh, this thing I'm doing now, I don't know. Do you think in this area, do you think it will work? This one that people don't even, how many of you think that way? How many of you think that, oh, this one that nobody has done it before? Do you think it will work? This one that I want to do now, this one that nobody has made that money before. You know, some people will ask you, how much have you made before I join you? So they are the type that if they don't see it, they don't believe. You know, this guy, Paul, was angry. He was pissed off and he left in anger. And he said, Peter, I'm not waiting for this nonsense. They better send me to a place where people are more sophisticated and ready to buy. They know the value of what to sell them. And Peter said, I think this is a good place. Paul said, if you want to waste your time, be free to do that. I'm leaving. So he left and went back to the office and told them, well, and they accepted his complaint. They said, no problem. They gave him other places to stay. But they said, where's your friend? Where's Peter? They said, oh, Peter is a believer. He's an illusionist. He's delusional. He's this. He's stupid. I don't know how he thinks that this will happen. You know what Peter did? Peter stayed by. So Peter tried to get these people to reason with him. So he tried to sell to them. Nobody was buying because they didn't see a reason to buy. You know what he did? It's always sunny in that area. So what he did was, anytime it's sunny, so they have a culture in that village. Anytime it's very sunny, they don't come out because everywhere is hot. The ground is hot. So people stay in the house. So you know what Peter will do? Peter will wear his sandal that he comes to sell. He will wear it and start walking. Don't lay him on the street, on the road. Everybody will peep in through their window. What is wrong with this guy? How is he surviving? And he lets them see the reason why he can stand when others can. And guess what? So what he did, he sacrificed. He called some of them. Say, come and try this on. And what they tried it on, the guy ran around his area, ran around the house, the villages, everybody started hearing the story of the guy who can now walk on the ground, even in the hot sun, blah, 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 blah. And everybody tried to know what wonder. And he told them about the shoes, the slippers. And that was how he conquered that area. And people started believing in wearing shoes. People started buying shoes. He became successful. He became the sales manager of that place. And he became one of the executives, not just a staff of the company. He became a shareholder. He became the board member. And the other guy still a staff, a sales manager. Guys, what can you learn from this story? Be careful. Watch what you see. Peter saw opportunity. Paul saw trash. Paul saw impossibility and left. What? Just watch what you see. If you come to this academy and all you see is, eh, I don't know why. There's something wrong with me. There's something I'm doing wrong. Everything you are saying is exactly the way it is. If you say you cannot, I believe you. If you say you can, fine, it's up to you. Eh, I keep blaming my account. I think you're always thinking. Thinking is up to you. Ladies and gentlemen, what is all of this for? Remember, let me remind you all the points we just talked tonight. Number one, before I even go to the points, remember what I said from the beginning. What is the topic of this discussion? What is the topic of this discussion? The topic is what? Who can remind me the topic now? I want to know if you truly are with me. What is the topic again? Tonight's talk. You are free to giraffe. You are free to check your expo, right? Yeah, half full or half empty. What is the topic tonight? Yeah. Who's gonna say that? Who's gonna type that in? Because I want to help you summarize all of this and put it together, right? Come on. No one knows her. So meaning no one is jotting, right? I mean, come on. Oh, yeah. Odupe, my favorite. All right. How to what? How to cultivate a successful traders achievers mindset using what? Using what? Yes, traders mindset. Using what? That is very important. Using what? Using what? Using what? The paradigm. Using the paradigm. You didn't end it. That's the most important thing now. Using the paradigm that supports your dreams and aspiration. Thank you. Yes, and to do that, I mentioned some things. Okay. I mentioned some things. I started with you have to have your dreams, which is your why, right? I want you to put it in the list. What is the first thing I mentioned? Someone should put it there. What is the first thing I mentioned to make this happen? What is the first thing I mentioned? To make this happen, what is the first thing you need? I talk about what? You need reason. You need your why, which is your dreams, right? Number two, I talk about prosperity plan. And your prosperity plan is the ESBI, which is having a residual skill, which will give you enough what? With enough practice, you know, so with enough practice, patience, and discipline gives you enough money, and that money influence people, and that increases your influence. As your influence increases, what happens? People join you, start making money on IBU and also the trading profit. And then you need an action plan, which is the 90 days. That's the third one, the action plan. The third one is the action plan, 90 days game plan and compounding. Then number four, discipline plan and being disciplined. Number five, hope for wins and anticipate lessons. Number six, destroys the gambler's mentality. Number seven, have a great mindset and then fix your paradigm. Number eight, always begin with the end in mind. And number nine, which is not the last, which is not the least anyway, is what? Watch what you see. Ladies and gentlemen, if we put all of this together, let's work together as one family. Don't let us give up. Let us disappoint all our disappointments. Discipline all our disappointment. Let us disappoint Satan, evil, devil, and his agents. Let us disappoint those who think will not make it happen. Let us disappoint those who have left, probably quit and said, this is not working, doesn't make any sense. Let us disappoint them. When they see you moving, you will be the next inspiration in their life that will make them to be set the right way. Remember, I started with the story of a guy that is in the right country, but with the wrong map. Today, I've shown you how to get your right map, and you already know you are in the right academy. With this right map, in the right academy, you can get to your destination because this is a vehicle, not a destination. It's a vehicle that will take you to your dreamland. It's a vehicle that will connect you to your why. And with that, I believe with this few points of mine, I've been able to convince you, but not to confuse you, that I am is the way. Guys, I want you to have a lovely night. I don't expect you to sleep well because you have to think and make your plans right now. I want you to sleep like a different person. Think, start planning. get your mentee, your mentor, get your coach to help you out. Let's be aligned. Alignment is important in everything we do. Who you are is who you attract. Let us be together. Let us be the thinkers. Let us be the doers. Let us make things happen. Let us expand. Let us blow. Let us make it happen. Let us go there and conquer. And with that, we inspire a lot of people. Do you know the dream we have? Our dream is that day where we stand together on the stage, over hundreds of thousands, millions of people from different parts of the world who are profitable traders in our team, vibrating and giving all the lifestyle things that we think would never be possible. Imagine if over 5 million of us are very wealthy, are now in control of these skills. We make thousands of dollars from our trading, and we're now building our IBU, and we are now so exposed, discipline, honorable, integrity. We can change the world. We can make the world be the world that we want it to be. But if you are not achieving anything in life, all you do is grammar and complain. That will not influence even your neighbor, not talk of the world. So, guys, let's change our paradigm and then expand. See you tonight. Love you all. Ciao.